So for today's reading, for Tarot Thursday, I read from the Zodiac Tarot deck. I just got this. I think the images are super, super beautiful. And I am also reading from the Journey Tarot deck. I also love the artwork on these cards. They bring me joy. So let's see what the vibe is for today. So the first card that flew out was the Eight of Cups. It represents Saturn in Pisces, first decan. Keywords: leaving certainty behind, exploration, entering unknown territory. So in this card, Pisces, which is an expanding emotion, meets Saturn, the master of time and limits. We see a figure walking away, leaving Eight of Cups in a familiar place before heading towards another place that is unknown and wild. This card tells us of a time in which our emotions have reached a stagnant phase from which all we do is escape. It invites you to abandon old behaviors and leave our certainties behind, because what was before can no longer be. It is time for transformation, to close a cycle and begin a new journey. As the number of this card suggests, 8, or the infinity with an end and a beginning. Then we have the Two of Wands. It represents Mars and Aries, first decan. Keywords are choice, focused energy, overall vision, and effective action. In the Two of Wands, like every other two, we see a division of energy, a dialogue, and a choice. In this case, both Mars and the Aries signs are active, pure energy. They often represent impulsive, vital, and reactive action towards a situation. This card invites you to choose whether your action will be directed towards your small world or towards the external community. Where will we choose to act? It's time to observe the general situation so you can now decide how to act most effectively. Then we have the Chariot card fly out. It represents Cancer. I'm also Cancer, so this for sure applies to me. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, of course, for every reading that you see. So the keywords represent emotion, movement, ambition, success, and focus. To better understand the relationship between the sign Cancer and the card number 7, the Chariot, we must start from the fact that Cancer is a cardinal sign, and therefore it holds the power to start something. More specifically, Cancer is an initiator for anything that relates to the world of intuition, relationships, and emotions. Those who belong to the sign are generally sensitive and emotional. As a Cancer, I can confirm absolutely. The Chariot card likewise is a card of beginnings and great movement connected to determination and ambition. The Chariot is pulled by 2 horses, which can be a symbol of the forces that move us. Only by aligning our intuition with rationality can we reach our goal. The driving force of Cancer, its emotional water, will fertilize and feed the journey we must complete. Then we have the Three of Swords and the Hermit fly out together. The Three of Swords represents Saturn in Libra, second decan. Keywords: break, separation, difficulty, possibility of integration, awareness. In the Two of Swords, we have made a careful decision, but in the Three of Swords, we face the consequences of our choice, which are sometimes painful. In this card, Saturn, the master of limits, regulation, and responsibility, meets Libra, which presides over emotions and beauty. Although it may seem strange, Saturn is in exaltation in Libra, because being in an emotional relationship with the world means listening, observing, accepting, and experiencing pain. Without this practice, it's not possible to overcome what hurts us. If we don't remember what made us suffer and we're not compassionate towards it, we'll always be tied to it. The Three of Swords therefore breaks in order to then integrate wounds so that healing can take place. So the Hermit represents Virgo. Keywords: introspection, productive solitude, analysis, the discovery of the inner world, lantern, and wisdom. The planet that governs the sign of Virgo and Mercury here in its earthly appearance. The planet of communication and speed becomes detail-oriented, able to organize resources and be forward-thinking. Virgo carries its light in the real material world, that of daily life. Being the sign Virgo also means knowing how to be independent, seeing solitude as productive and strength-generating. The Hermit is a master of this art. The solitude of the Hermit is always a state of calm, searching, and introspection. The lantern he carries illuminates the path step by step, focusing on the details typical of Virgo and its persistence. The path of the Hermit, the first card that carries light in the major arcana, is the path that leads to our spiritual center. The present flew out. That we can so easily get caught up in the past or future that we forget about the power of this moment. But everything is happening right now. We can only take action in the present. What happens now shapes what will happen next. Instead of focusing on the unchangeable, allow that energy to return to your body. Let go of anything you wish to release and immerse yourself in your surroundings. Focus on your body, take a breath, wiggle your toes, and dance. Bask in the gift that is here and now and trust that the next step will be there to greet you when it's time. So with abundance, it's easy to focus on what we don't have. We can get caught up in comparison, left feeling like our life is lacking. The reality is that the world is full of abundance. Everything you could ever need exists in this moment. Abundance isn't something we need to achieve, it's something to appreciate. Gratitude for what we have shifts us from a mindset of scarcity to one of openness and plenty. From this place, we see that all of life's ingredients are already there for us. Then we have follow your bliss. Your bliss is the breadcrumb trail that will lead you to your highest self and path. Following the little things that light you up will ensure that you are on your adventure and not someone else's. If something interests you, it's meant for you. The journey isn't always joyful or easy. No great adventure is, but it is worthwhile because it's yours and it's true. There is beauty and wisdom in all its seasons. Bliss is the true north of your compass. Follow it and you will be on your way. And finally, wrapping up, we have the unknown. The path forward always leads us into the unknown. Even if we're certain now, things can change. This can create a great deal of anxiety. Humans crave certainty. Even the cells in our bodies strive for a state of equilibrium. Many of us would rather keep things the same than risk the unknown. But life has a way of pushing us forward, whether we like it or not. The unknown holds our future, and we must step into it. Walk gently and trust that as you move forward, doors will open. Life will present itself with all its possibilities. Have courage and say yes to your adventure.